Pre-recorded a Bible study with my buddy Jonathan, Plain Flyer 21. If you want to drop a link somewhere in the comments so people can see it. But I was in the midst of this study, and the ESV reads a little differently than the King James. Luke 4, the first two verses. I had this profound, not idea, but thought about the way that it reads in the ESV. Again, a little different, but it still stands in the King James. The way it reads is that he goes into the wilderness. He's led by the Spirit from the Jordan, this is Jesus, into the wilderness, and there he's tempted by the devil for 40 days. Number of completion. There's a lot to it. There's a lot of symbolism in it, and it's interesting, but in the study, I realized in that moment, the way the ESV reads it was as if it's like all manner of temptation, all these different things coming at him from every angle. And then after that, in the chapter, we get the three accounts of him saying, "Turn the bread into stone," throw yourself, that the angels may catch you, and what's the other one? Sorry, I got to clock in. But I was thinking of all the different temptations and what those would be, and how he's the blameless one, and we walk this life out, and that no man should boast, and that he would have to be tempted in every manner possible. The things that you would think are unthinkable that we see today. And I don't know, it's just interesting that how much can happen in that 40 days. I'm not even sure. I'm not going to get into time. I was just thinking over it. But it led me this morning to think about the digital wilderness. We are forced to operate, to connect with brethren digitally. And in the past year, they've completely thrown out the scientific method. People are indoctrinated by these ideas, these temptations, in this digital wilderness where, it was a few years ago where we started messing with the idea of it being a fallen angel technology. I sort of agree with that because I see where it's going. People are now using technology and confirmation bias to believe in false scarcity, false health issues, false just a bunch of different things. It's a huge spell. And then there are other doctrines out there recently I've seen, and other brothers kind of spoken to it, that it hurts my heart to see people. I don't know. We all err in certain ways, and I pray that they that scale is removed from their eyes. Anyway, a digital wilderness. Things are coming at us from every direction, and I don't know. I don't have a closing thought, but it's definitely being used to confuse us, to throw us off, to make us run to the next big thing. And I think to the way that church buildings have been set up and stuff like that, we've been taught I understand the need for a leader, but we've been taught to seek answers from other human beings since childhood. Whether you grew up Catholic or even in a non-denominational, it's all right to seek advice from brethren. I get that, but there's still a seed that was strongly planted that you go to the pastor for answers. Maybe it wasn't like that in the beginning, but it went overboard to that. We seek answers from him. You kind of make him a Christ, so to speak, instead of seeking the answers from the Lord. And now we've been divided so much and not even going to buildings or people shutting them down that we can only do it in this digital wilderness. And so, I guess if I had a closing thought, the only thing I would say is to seek God personally. That what does he say? And whether it's in the Bible or just your personal relationship, that conversation with him. Whatever's going on in the wilderness really doesn't matter because there's that foundational rock there. Yeah, so anyway, good to see you all. God bless. Have a wonderful day. I'm going to work.